And 4. Hi, is this the Dungeon Masters Guild? Yeah, this is Mr. Taras speaking. Yeah, hi. I just wanted to call to see if I could get JVC Stevens' number, because I actually wanted to congratulate him for making it into one of my top 3 videos over on YouTube. Come again? Eaten by an owl bear. Huh. That is inconvenient. What a stupid excuse to not talk to me. Hi there, fellow role players and game masters. My name is Mr. Taras, and these are the 3 PDFs, digital content from the Dungeon Masters Guild you need to pick up if you're looking for new flavor and new stuff for your game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Now, I won't be talking about all the digital stuff I've talked about on my channel, because that would be a video lasting for an hour or something like that. I will just pick out the 3 that I really like and I really advise you pick up. If you want third-party D&D content to be spread more over the D&D community, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because it really not only helps me out but also helps out the creators of the books you see behind me and the books on my computer, because they get more reach, I get more reach, and our hobby gets more reach. But without further ado, let's get into it. And the first one I want to talk about is the Monster Manual Expanded number 3. Now, I can already hear you thinking through my camera, Mr. T, that is not a digital book, that is a physical book you're holding right there. And you're absolutely right. I reviewed the PDF of this on my channel a while ago, and I really absolutely loved it. I've gotten it from Dragonix, the creator, and I've only gotten my hands on the physical edition, the physical copy of it last week or something like that, so I didn't have time to create a review of the physical edition of this thing. But I am an enormously huge fan, and the video is coming, but just probably not in 2021. So that's why it's not in my latest video. And also, second reason is because I think most people who get this will pick it up as a digital book. Now, Monster Manual Expanded is a series of monster books, and this is the 3rd one in the trilogy, where the creators actually expand on the monsters we already know and love from the Monster Manual, Volo's Guide to Monsters, all the other books that have monsters, some of the adventures that have monsters. They take those monsters and make like alternative versions of those, even giving some monsters legendary actions, so you have more bosses to use in your game. And the books are really big. This one is 286 pages thick bestiary containing 320 stat blocks and over 140 original magnificent pieces of artwork. And let me tell you, the artwork in here is absolutely brilliant, and it's one of the reasons, it's one of the things that makes this just so amazing. I'm just popping this open really quickly. There is just so much good stuff in here, and the physical book really does it justice. The printing quality has become, it's actually pretty good, because some Dungeon Masters Guild stuff I have in my hands, the printing quality is not that good, but this one for some reason is pretty good, and it sits really nice on your shelf. Now, the reason why I think people will pick up the digital book quicker than they will pick up the physical book is because of the initial price point. But let me explain. The price point for the PDF is $35. The hardcover will set you back $85, which is a high initial cost, but you have to look at value per cost. This thing is thick. There is lore in here, tips and tricks in here, there are stat blocks in here, and they're balanced, they're play tested. It all feels really, really high quality for using in your game. It feels like a Cobalt Press product. It feels like a freaking Jetpack 7 Nord Games product. It's really, really, really well built and really well done. And I compare it with like buying a $60 video game, right? You pay $60 and you spend 100 hours playing it. That's 60 cents per hour of fun, if there's no bugs and glitches in that video game, but that's a different story. If you go to the movies, you will spend like $20 or something for 2 hours of fun. So that's how I kind of compare it. The initial cost is pretty high if you look at it and you don't know what you're getting, but if you look at what you're getting, the value per cost, and that's what you need to be looking at, is really, really, really good. So make sure to click the link in the description below and consider picking up the PDF or the physical copy. I'm a proud owner, by the way, of the original two, which are getting a revised edition to be up to par with this one. And I also have the third one, so I have the complete collection, which I'm really, really, really happy about. So Dragonics, congratulations on making it into this list, because you, my friends, nailed it. The second book I want to talk about is a one-shot, and I know for a fact my community really likes a good one-shot, and this one is really wicked and really dangerous. Now, before I say which one it is, quickly want to mention that you can still get your hands on $10 worth of Dungeon Masters Guild content, a coupon you can enter into your shopping cart and get $10 discount from whatever you are buying. All you need to do is go to the video I will be linking somewhere around here and click that video, subscribe to my channel, and comment on that video, and that's all you need to do. By the way, we're going to do that probably every month from now on, so subscribing to my channel is just a very good idea if you want to get your hands on some really crazy and good free stuff from the Dungeon Masters Guild. Blinksy's Toyshop from JVC Stevens. JVC Stevens, for me, is really good at creating wickedly weird horror. One of my favorite adventures from him, one of my favorite adventures overall, is Happy Jack's Funhouse. I've ran it 2 times, and 2 times it was an absolute hit. And Happy Jack's Funhouse is just a really good adventure. It's really this clown horror type of thing. And for me, JVC Stevens is just the king of doing that type of stuff. And with Blinksy's Toyshop, it's kind of like a horror adventure that is set in a toy shop that kind of reminds me of Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, but horror, more horror. And it is they say it is a 2 to 4 hour adventure, but to my opinion, it might be more 5 to 6 hour adventure, depending how fast your party goes, of course. But for me, I feel it's a little bit longer than that, for 3 to 5 characters. And it is scalable from level 3 all the way to level 7. And it's just one of those cool things you can play in between. And one of my favorite features of it is actually a feature with suits. There is, for example, an owlbear suit. Like, literally, you can wear it, right? It has a zipper and everything, and then you get like some powers from the owlbear. And there's also a fireball suit, but there's a lot more going on. There's like wicked creatures. There's this weird monkey, and it is basically a toy shop crawl, like you have a funhouse crawl or a dungeon crawl. It is a wicked toy house crawl, and it's really worth checking out. It will set you back, let me just really quickly peek, $5, which is next to nothing for a session of pure fun and wickedness. Before I talk about number 3, really quickly want to say that if you're looking for a great virtual tabletop to get into really quickly and start playing in a matter of minutes that isn't in your way in any way, make sure to check out Shard Tabletop via the link in the description below. You can use it for free, and if you want to take a subscription, giving a lot of extra features, you can do so with 20% discount using my link in the description below. Without further ado, number 3, the book I want to talk about is actually the Glitter Grimoire. And this is one of those silly additions to your game. It is built off of the idea of, like, in the 90s when I went to school, when I was just a little kid, there were girls mostly who had like these books they would write stuff in about boys and other girls and gossip and teachers and who they want to kiss and who they want to kill or whatever, and they pass it along from person to person, like a 4-person or 5-person group, right? And it was full of gossip and stickers and doodles and everything, and it's just a funny thing that happened in the 90s before Facebook and before Instagram and whatever. And the Glitter Grimoire goes off of that idea where a bunch of famous wizards had the same thing going on, including Tasha from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and they kind of passed it along to each other. But it had all kinds of magical findings. Silly and really dangerous spells, magic items, all that magical findings from kids who study magic. That's the idea behind the Glitter Grimoire. And the story about it is actually that it is property of Candlekeep right now. And it's actually a forbidden book. but it has been lost, and it's gotten into your hands, and now it's completely dangerous. And as soon as you open it up, they say, please return this to Candlekeep. Do not use this. It's dangerous, and it's full of really, really, really bad puns, but in a good way. So if you want to flavor up your campaign and just have that, maybe you have that one player that's always full of Back to the Future and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings puns, and he just always does that kind of weird stuff. This is perfect for them because it's full of ridiculous puns, it's full of color, it's silly, and it's awesome if you want to have a good laugh at your table. It will set you back for the PDF $15, and it will set you back for the soft cover $20. Make sure to check it out. Again, link in the description below. So those were my top 3 picks from the Dungeon Masters Guild, which I've reviewed in 2021. Make sure to browse my channel if you are looking for more stuff to add to your game, to your campaign, to give to your players, or give to your Dungeon Master, or whatever. I wish you all a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Otherwise, I wish you a very good Friday, a very good weekend, and until next video, bye-bye.